Welcome to this video. We are talking today about the Alfresco GenAI project that is using default Docker GenAI stack together with Alfresco as a sample of our content service platform and document management to provide some features to enhance the documents with some GenAI features. So mainly this project is providing summarizing of a document, selecting a term from a list of terms also for a document, the classic prompting inside a document context, and an option oriented to pictures. So we can get also the description of a picture. The requirements are mainly of Docker with 20 gigabytes of RAM allocated because we are going to run locally all the LLMs required for that. So we need a bit of RAM for that. Olama, Java 17, and Maven. If we start the project, if we want to clone the project and test it, we can use like the classical git clone for the project. So git clone and the name of the project. And now we can start the GenAI stack. That is the one providing REST API with GenAI services to enhance the documents. We need to check some requirements for that. So the first one is if we have Olama installed and it looks like it's fine. We also need Docker running and it's fine again. We need also to check if we have enough memory for this. So we can check the total memory allocated for Docker. So in this case, we have 20 gigabytes of RAM. If you have less than this amount, then you can refer the official Docker documentation in order to implement, increment this RAM allocated for Docker. So the first thing we want to run is this GenAI services. So this is, as I said before, based in the official GenAI stack from Docker. But in this case, we have not only one LLM, one model, but we have two of them. So we are using the first one, oriented to text handling. And we have this second one, this lava, that is oriented to pictures. Then we have the database to use the RAG features and the GenAI service that is the LangChain program written in Python. You have all the source code with the environment and with the REST API that is just exposing the service in port 8506. So let's start this composition, and after a while, we'll have the services up and running. Okay, now that we have the service up and running, we can play some samples from the command line. So for that, we can use this sample folder with some documents, and we can test the REST API provided for the different GenAI services. So we are just running now a local test of the GenAI services without any integration with Alfresco or with any content service platform. So the first one we can do is just to test the this summarizing service. So the URL is localhost 8506 port, then the summary endpoint, and then we can use a local file like this one to get the summary. Note that this file is in Japanese, but even with that, we are going to get the summary in English because we customize that. So we have a configuration in order to set the language in which we want the summary. So we have the summary of this Japanese document. We have also some tags associated to the document, and we have the model used to get this information. So the LLM in this case is Mistral. So with that, we have the summary covered, and then we are going to test the classifying feature. So this classifying feature is provided on the localhost 85006, and now we use the classify. This classify is expecting a term list that is list of terms that can be applied to the document. So we can choose these terms for the document. So we want to classify the document according to the language that is written. So we are going to use text written in English. So we are expecting to get that that English selection from this term list. As we can see, we get the document classified according this term of list with the term English, that is fine, and the model is Mistral again. Something additional we can do is just to prompt with the document, so to prompt some information from document. So we can again use the same endpoint, but in this case we are going to use the prompt. This is expecting the prompt argument, and we need to specify the question escaping the characters. So we are using the escaping, what is the name of the son, and the quotation mark, and then we are using exactly the same file in Japanese, just to demonstrate again that the language is not a problem. So what is the name of the son that was talked in this document about? So the name of the son is Musuko. Okay, these are the three main features provided for documents, and the next one is a feature that is provided for pictures. So we have again the same endpoint, HTTP, localhost 8506, and in this case, we are using describe. So we are describing, in this case, an image. So this is a PNG file. You can use JPG and some other formats. But in this case, what we are getting is a description of this PNG. So after a while, we are going to be able to get that this image is a digital graphic or an abstract symbol resembling a flower and so on. So you can check that what's expected, and the same thing for the other documents. So this was a document in Japanese that again we're using this one, and we have also the PDF file with the English text. Okay, that's fine. That is working. So we have a REST API providing different features on a document, on an input document, like summarizing or classifying, prompting, and describing pictures. And now we want to test the integration with Alfresco, with the content service platform. So let's stop this one, and let's start the one that is including the integration with the Alfresco platform. Once the services has been stopped, we can move to the root path of the project, and we can see this compose jam. This compose jam is including together the GenAI stack and also a regular Alfresco deployment. So we are going to run both services, so we can use both to integrate these features into the platform. So let's start again the full stack. note this one that is going to be used later. So in the first one, what we are going to do is just to apply these features, these Gen AI services on an existing repository. So let's wait a bit till Alfresco and also the Gen AI stack is up and ready. Once the platform is up and ready, we can use the browser to access to the UI of Alfresco, to the Share Web application. Admin and admin by default are the credentials. And we are going to create some existing documents. So this is a test. We are creating the documents, but imagine that you have a number of documents in some folders in Alfresco. So let's create three sample folders. So the first one is for summary. The second one will be for classify. And the third one will be for picture. So once we have this created, let's upload some documents. So we can upload a picture. We can also upload a document. In this case, note that this hasn't to be a PDF because Alfresco will be able to transform this Word document into PDF. So this is one of the features provided by Alfresco itself. And let's add also some documents to the summary. So again, this is only a sample, but you need to imagine that there are a lot of documents in these folders. So for that, we can use the the Alfresco GenAI, and then in the Alfresco AI folder, you have some projects like the Alfresco AI applier and the Alfresco AI listener that can connect the Alfresco documents with the GenAI services that we were testing before. So in this case, we are going to use the Alfresco applier, and we need to check that there are some existing tools in our system. So the first one is to test if Java is installed, and it looks like Java 17, that is the one required, is installed, and also Maven. So we have also Maven and Java, so we are ready to go. So let's start by building this application. So this is an Spring Boot application that can be run from command line. And the first thing we can do is to try the summary operation. So Java -jar target, and then the folder we prepare for that is summary, and the action we want to apply is summary. Okay, so with this action, we are performing a summary on all the documents that are stored in this summary folder. Once the program has stopped it, we can verify in the summary folder for all the documents. In this case, we have only one document, but for all the documents, we are going to check that we have this summary with the same summary we get before, with the tags, and also with the model used to get this summary. We can try also the classification. So for classification, again, Java -jar target Alfresco. Then in this case, we need to use the applier root folder. That should be company cert, and in this case we have the classify folder. An additional parameter is the action, that in this case is classify. And for this action, remember that we need a list of terms in order to the GenAI service to choose one of the terms that matches best to the document. So we have the classified term list, and we can use English, Spanish, and Japanese, for instance. So the document will be classified. So the GenAI service will choose one of these terms for the document. So once the command has finished, we can go back to Alfresco and just switch to the classify folder. So this is an English document. So we are expecting to see the classification as English. So it worked again. Let's move to the next one. So let's test the description of a picture. Remember that in this case, we are going to use a different LLM. So we are expecting to see lava instead of Mistral. So again, Java -jar, target Alfresco AI applier. And in this case, we are using a different root folder that is located in company home, cert, and picture. And the action we want to apply is describe. So describe every picture that is stored in this folder. Once the command has finished, we can go back to Alfresco, we can find the picture folder, and we can verify if there is a description for this image. So the image shows a vibrant, colorful logo, whatever. And in this case, the model is lava instead of Mistral. Okay, that was fine. So we were able to test a simple integration with existing documents in Alfresco. And now we are going to switch to a different use case. That is how to apply these GenAI features to documents that are created on the fly. So for that, let's stop this Docker Compose deployment. And once this is stopped, we can see that the compose is not including the component that was applying the GenAI features on the fly. So we need to enable that, yes, and comment this line and start again the stack. Once we have the stack again up and ready, we can go back to Alfresco. Let's log in again as we restarted the platform, and let's create some folder just to isolate from previous test. So this would be like the listener. This is the listener component. So the first thing we can do is just to upload a new file to summarize the document. So again, we can use this down the rabbit hole that includes the first chapter of Alice, of the classic Alice book. And the first way of triggering the Gen AI action is to add an aspect for this document. So we add this summarizable with AI aspect, and our component will be capturing this event and will be asking to the GenAI stack the summary of this document. Once the summary is created by the GenAI service, this document will be updated with this summary. So after a while, if we refresh the page, we can see like the summary has been created with the tags and also with the LLM used to create this summary. Okay, that's fine. So we can use one of the features by adding an aspect manually, but we can do that better. So we can create, or more automatic, we can create a folder like pictures in this case, and to this folder we can create a rule. So we can manage the rules of the folder. We can create a new rule that in this case will be apply aspect. So for every item that is created in this folder, for all the items created in this folder, we are going to apply an aspect. So the aspect in this case will be descriptable with AI. So every document that is created in this folder will get this descriptable with AI aspect. So let's just upload some pictures to this. As the picture is getting the aspect applied automatically, then also the description will be created in the same way. So we can just check the details and we can see that the description has been created with only uploading the document to the folder. And the same thing for the next one. So we have the description of the image just by uploading the picture to the folder. But we can even create something with this action. So we can create an automation in order to use the information returned by the GenAI service to perform some action in Alfresco. So this is a bit more complicated. You need a bit of knowledge of Alfresco, but you can create a classify action, a classify folder for the classify action, and then we need to define a rule for it. So the first rule we are going to apply is that every document that is created in this folder, that is created or entered this folder, is set to the classified with AI aspect. So every document entering this folder will have this aspect. But also we need to provide a list of terms to be classified. So for that, on the classified folder, we have this classifiable with AI that allows us to include the list of terms. So we can use Japanese, English, Spanish, or whatever. So this should be the list of terms to pick for a document that is uploaded to this folder. So again, if we upload a document, then it will be classified with one of these terms after a while. So let's check the details and we can see that this document has been classified as Japanese. That is nice. This is the same sample as we have, but what we can do is just to create a folder for with the name of every one of the terms. So we have Japanese, we had also English, and we had also Spanish. So now what we want to do is that every document is moved to the right folders when it has been classified by the GenAI service. So we need to create a small trick at this point. So on the data dictionary scripts folder, we create a new, this is JavaScript on the server. So we can create this small piece of JavaScript that is moving the document to the child that has exactly this term that has been assigned by the GenAI. So we have this script, and in order to link this script with the folder, what we can do is to add a new rule in the folder. So let's create a new rule that is move. In this case, it's not for an item that is created, it's for an item that is updated. It will be updated with the right term, and then we can run this script. So let's execute a script, and the script is the one we already create, the classify EAS. So now when we upload this Japanese document, the document will be classified by the GenAI service, and it will be moved to the Japanese folder, as this is the name of the term that has been identified for the document. So after a while, we have the document classified in the right folder. So this is again a kind of automation that you can create with this. And finally, what we need to test is the prompting. So for the prompting, we can do again the same thing. So we can add the prompt table with AI. Once we have this aspect attached to the document, we can ask for a question. So for instance, what was the name of the son? And after a while, remember that now we are communicating with the Gen AI service, and we are getting the reply. So we have the name of the son is Musuko, and the model used is Mistral. So I hope that was useful. You have all the source code available for the Gen AI stack, REST API, for the Alfresco deployment, and also for the Alfresco AI programs we were using. So the program for the command line, that was the applier, and also the listener that we deployed as a service on the second part of the demonstration. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.